And one of those federations that is making great progress over the last few years. Their senior national side had a strong showing in the Concacaf Nations League this past year, and they're looking to continue that progress throughout their ranks, including at the U17 level. This will be the first time these two nations have faced off at this age level since the year 2000, when Jamaica defeated St. Lucia 2-0 in the first round of U17 qualifying. You see them ready to take to the pitch there. Jamaica in their traditional green and gold, St. Lucia wearing their blue kits today. And this should be a good one. Jamaica, a well-regarded U17 side. This is a great opportunity for them to qualify for the U17 World Cup for the first time since 2011. Again, they have qualified twice previously. With the opportunity to win this group and qualify outright, it is one that they want to seize. And they spoke in the build-up to this match about how important it is to get off to a great start and put down a marker in this first game.
Damas y caballeros, les pedimos ponerse de pie para escuchar el himno nacional de Jamaica. A continuación, escucharemos el himno nacional de Santa Lucía.
The national anthems of Jamaica and St. Lucia as we get set for this Group H opener in the Concacaf U17 World Cup qualifiers here in Guatemala City. Two teams will now exchange the ceremonial pre-match handshakes. Lots of nerves, I'm sure. These two sides have been building to this for many months. They've been anticipating this since last summer. Jamaica in particular have held a number of different training camps, both in Jamaica and in the United States, playing against different national sides, college teams, trying to get themselves as ready as possible for these 3 crucial matches that will determine whether they go to the World Cup in Qatar later this year. Here is their starting 11 for this one. Justin Murray starts in goal. The back 3 of Johnson, Jump, and Smith. Grimaud, Marsh, and Reed in the midfield. A front line of the captain Taylor, Gary Williams, McLean, and Campbell Dennis. Jamaica with plenty of speed and attacking power, and can they bring that to bear in this game and over these next 3? Here are our match officials for this one, led by Jonathan Laiton of Costa Rica, joined by his assistants Eduardo Moraga and George Santana. Jose Corporan is the 4th official today. We'll meet the starting 11 for St. Lucia momentarily. As you see the backdrop here at the Estadio Cementos Progreso, which was built back in 1991. Also hosts one of the highest rated running tracks around the pitch. You see the pre-match coin toss as the 2 captains meet at midfield. Giovanni Taylor wearing that armband for Jamaica. And Justin Augustine is the captain for St. Lucia. Now the starting 11 for St. Lucia. It is Adi Gourmet in goal for them. Ostini, Auguste, and Augustine. The back line, Montoute, Byron, and Muriel, along with Joseph and Deveau in the midfield. Tashawn, Walter, and Justice Germain are the starting forwards today. So Jamaica, the favorites. An excellent chance for them to win this group and advance to the World Cup for the first time at the UC-17 level since 2011. Of course, they have to go out and do the thing. And that starts here today, the first of 3 round-robin group matches. And it is just about to get underway. Of course, El Salvador will be a formidable challenge as well. Jamaica will close out group play against El Salvador on the 15th. They'll face the Cayman Islands next, but first it's Jamaica and St. Lucia. Center referee Jonathan Laiton waiting for the top of the hour to kick things off. A full slate of action around U17 qualifying today. The Dominican Republic leading Aruba 1-0 at halftime in the other match that's currently in progress. A bunch of other games starting at 5 p.m. Eastern time along with this one. Puerto Rico and Bonaire about to kick off. Cuba against St. Kitts and Nevis. And then later tonight, 4 more games, including the United States opening up their tournament. El Salvador will also take on the Cayman Islands later tonight at this same stadium as Group H play will continue. So it'll be Jamaica kicking things off. They will attack from left to right in this first half, wearing the gold kits with the green shorts. St. Lucia all in blue. There's the opening whistle. We're in motion in Guatemala City. This highly anticipated day for both these nations, both these U17 programs. They've been building to it for months. Now it's here, and it is in progress. An early throw for Jamaica by the midway line. And Jamaica expected to take this game to St. Lucia, but you never know what's going to happen once these games kick off. They've spoken extensively in the build-up to this game about how important it is to lay down a marker in their opening match. They arrived in Guatemala on Saturday, had a couple training sessions prior to this one here today. As mentioned, they did quite a bit of elevation training in Blue Mountain in Jamaica, which can have even a higher elevation than here in Guatemala City. So they feel they're ready for it as this ball crossed in front, bouncing multiple times dangerously. Jamaica finally settle on the edge of the area, and a left-footed shot travels well over the bar, but early danger from the Jamaicans. as Cadriano Marsh couldn't keep that one down. But a positive start for Jamaica. St. Lucia will try to hang in as long as they can and keep this one close. See if they could grab something on the counter. We'll have an attacking throw here. Jabbar Johnson, who plays for the Inter Miami Academy, putting that one out of play. Well, hit the referee, so play is stopped. And it will be a drop ball for Jamaica. Jamaica going long down this left side. The ball hanging up on the turf. Defended well by St. Lucia, though, and they look to counter now. First time they've been able to use their speed, and they almost released their front man, Siobhan Byron, who was making a good run in behind. It took a very good tackle to keep him out. Kieran Smith there to defend. But a sign of the danger that St. Lucia can pose. They're certainly not here just to make up the numbers. Talked about how much their senior team have improved in recent years. What a good showing they had in the Concacaf Nations League this year at senior level. They're determined to cause Jamaica problems here today. They nearly did a moment ago. That one not connecting, and it'll be a Jamaica throw, but positive last 60 seconds or so for St. Lucia. Jamaica looking to play out from the back. That's a great ball between the lines, and they're away down this right side, but a poor first touch. Axel Grimaud was in. With a better touch, he would have been in on goal. Now, Jamaica stretched. St. Lucia can't capitalize, though, as the ball forward had much too much weight on it. Again, intended for the dangerous Siobhan Byron. Both sides showing how quickly they can turn defending into attacking, but lack of precision in these early exchanges. Exciting start to this game, and St. Lucia showing early on that they're not going to just sit back and try to defend for 90 minutes. I'm sure we'll see their head coach, Marco Masucci, on the touchline at some point. He is a very well-regarded coach. You can tell that he set his team up well, even though they're big underdogs in this game. Good pressuring and harassing there to force that ball backward. Kieran Smith tracks it down for Jamaica. Lays it back for the goalkeeper, Justin Murray, who is without a club at the moment. Many of these other Jamaican U17 team members play for MLS academies, as this one bounces out of play and will be a goal kick for St. Lucia. There are several members of Inter Miami's academy, several as well who are in the youth ranks for New York City FC, Orlando City, Portland Timbers. Their academies also represented on this Jamaican squad. It's a very talented team. A lot of expectations for them at this tournament. It's been a bit of a slow start for them, and St. Lucia contributing to that. Jamaica in the attacking third here. What can they create? Cross in was scuffed and deflected, and St. Lucia can break again. Lobbed over the top. Again, trying to use that speed of Siobhan Byron. And then the second ball is fought for. Was there contact? St. Lucia looking for a free kick, and now they get one. An attacking set piece coming for St. Lucia. Justice Germain was caught in the estimation of referee Jonathan Layton. So good chance coming for St. Lucia if they can get this delivery right. Those blue shirts lining up at the top of the 18. Ball swung in with the left. Out comes the goalkeeper who fumbles and eventually is able to claim. Justin Murray, dangerous there. He's a bit fortunate that ball fell right to his feet. St. Lucia continuing to do well in these early minutes. This one clipped down the left channel and just slightly overhit, and that's a good claim as well. Fast reactions from Justin Murray to race out and take it. St. Lucia stretching that Jamaican back line with those direct runs and those direct balls in behind. Jamaica, you see some frustration already in their body language. Raekwon Campbell-Dennis was not happy with that choice of ball forward as it flew harmlessly out of play. Jamaica perhaps showing some of the weight of those expectations that they know are on their shoulders coming into these games. Looking to make something happen here. Axel Grimaud wins a free kick. Grimaud up against two defenders and taking the contact. Jamaica play it quickly. And now DeMarley Gary Williams swinging it on top of the penalty spot. Bouncing away and reclaimed by Jamaica, who look to crank up the pressure now. That's a good ball to the right. Stepping inside Grimaud, and it's blocked out. This will be the first corner of the match for Jamaica. Better moments from them there. Adi Gourmet, who's not been tested yet, but might be now. He lines up his side to defend this outswinging corner from Raekwon Campbell-Dennis. Drilled in low. Volleyed up in the air. Jamaica trying to reset. That's an excellent first-time ball back out wide. And then the ball in. Deflects all the way through to the back post. It deflects off a St. Lucia defender. It will be another corner for Jamaica. Really good recycling there from the Reggae boys. Such a classy volleyed first touch pass. And that high deflection out of the air to reset it. And that created danger on the second phase. Campbell-Dennis across to take this as well, this time with an in-swinging right footer. Top of the 6-yard box, all the way to the back post. Not dealt with yet by St. Lucia, and then volley just over the bar. Good connection, but just off target from Giovanni Taylor, the captain. 10 minutes in, 0-0. Closest Jamaica have come so far. Decent delivery. Maybe a bit longer than they would have preferred, but the second ball was dangerous, and then catching it pretty sweetly on the full volley. Giovanni Taylor. Technique was good. The angle was difficult. So much better from Jamaica these last couple minutes. Looking perhaps more the way they expected to, as this will be allowed to run out of play for a goal kick. That's good strength in the middle of the park. Excellent work by Giovanni Taylor to win that ball and shield it and play it forward. allowing Jamaica to create danger, and that's fumbled. Big chance, early goal. Jamaica off and running at the U17 qualifiers. A mistake by A.D. Gourmet, who spilled it, and Seymour Reed on hand to capitalize. And the Reggae Boys are running early. Well, it's one that'll give Gourmet nightmares. A fairly simple cross that he would have expected to claim first time, and he didn't. And it spilled right to Seymour Reed, who did not miss. Well, it had been a nervous start. It had been a subpar start in the early minutes for Jamaica. They'd started to look more like themselves in the last few. That'll be disappointing for St. Lucia, who had begun the game so well as big underdogs, to hand Jamaica the opening goal in that fashion. Let's not forget about that tremendous move in the midfield, though, by Giovanni Taylor that led to that whole sequence. It was his ability to take a ball down in traffic with two blue shirts around him, be able to spin and shield and then progress it forward with speed. Allowed Jamaica to race away and whip that dangerous ball in that led to the mistake and led to the goal. That's the kind of quality that Jamaica are counting on to get them to their first World Cup since 2011. As again, Siobhan Byron trying to dip in behind, and again the through ball was just cut out before it reached him. Kai McLean playing out from the back, Jamaica throw. So Seymour Reed, who is Jamaica's star striker, one of their most highly regarded prospects coming into this tournament, one of those who plays for the NYCFC Academy in Major League Soccer. Bouncing ball whacked away by St. Lucia. Jamaica looking for more now. At the end line, this is touched out by St. Lucia. Should be a corner. And is. Now, Seymour Reed scored 6 goals at the Torneo del Sol tournament last month in Mexico for this U17 side. He was the top goal scorer of that tournament. And he has their first goal of these qualifiers. Third corner for Jamaica. It bounces all the way through. St. Lucia struggling to deal with these. Here is Reed, getting himself turned, trying to serve it back in. It will be another corner. So Jamaica trying to swamp St. Lucia now after that goal a few minutes ago. That one overhit, bounces all the way through. So the pressure relieved for St. Lucia for now. But a quarter of an hour in, it's Jamaica on top, thanks to the opportunistic finish from Seymour Reed. See the early possession numbers, 76% for Jamaica. You see the quality that Jamaican midfield has. And they combine really well again. Advantage played, ball threaded through, and it's touched over the bar. Could have been a second for Seymour Reed in Jamaica. As he tried to chip the keeper first time, he couldn't quite keep it under the crossbar. And it's another terrific move all the way through the spine from Jamaica. This little layoff, that ball, the return, one touch there, threaded through. So good from the Reggae Boys. It only needed the finish. And it was just off target from Reed. They are clicking now, Jamaica, after a slow start. Well, that's more good work. This one by Cadriano Marsh, able to turn away and accelerate into the box. And then Marsh had it poked off his toes. Somewhat slow surface, as artificial pitches tend to be. It's a very high-quality artificial pitch. The ball does tend to stick on it a bit, so you can't count on it rolling out of play necessarily. That's a hallmark of artificial pitches everywhere. There are pluses and drawbacks to it, as this cutback leads to another good chance for Jamaica. Still loose by the penalty spot, and St. Lucia only able to carry it away. And the whistle goes, and this will be a free kick for St. Lucia. You can see it is a bit breezy in Guatemala City today. Our match time wind conditions are about 24 miles per hour. Can impact the ball a bit when it goes up in the air. St. Lucia trying to build an attack. Jamaica defending in numbers, and then the foul committed by Siobhan Byron. Good work by Raekwon Campbell-Dennis to get himself in the way. Jamaica on top thanks to the goal from Seymour Reed. Mentioned Jamaica's last time qualifying for the U17 World Cup was back in 2011 when the tournament took place in Mexico. The other time they qualified back in 1999. That edition was played in New Zealand. Long switch out to the right. That's a good ball. Two blue shirts converging. Headed out of play for a Jamaican throw. Jamaica trying to keep that pressure high, pressing for a second goal now. Bounces all the way through, shouts for handball. It's against Jamaica as it bounced up off Giovanni Taylor. It bounced off his arm there. St. Lucia struggling to possess the ball. So go back to Adi Gourmet. Again, we've seen how dangerous St. Lucia can look when they're able to play the ball forward and allow their speedy Siobhan Byron and other runners to try to race onto something, but they haven't been able to do that very often, as Jamaica have increasingly dominated play in the midfield. Here they come forward again. And that's ushered out of play. Good challenge by Alex DeVoe. It'll be another corner, though, for Jamaica. Another one for Raekwon Campbell-Dennis to take. Jabbar Johnson. Jamaica content to keep possession and rework things. These are such crucial moments for all these young players and for these federations as they try to make an impact on the world stage. Well, good work from that Jamaican midfield, leading to a half-volleyed effort. And it was pulled wide. There's another good build-up sequence from Jamaica. This midfield keeps looking better and better as this first half ticks on. It's another one of those sequences right there where Jamaica win those 50-50s in the midfield. This time, though, St. Lucia able to dispossess. Again, they had Siobhan Byron making that run between the line. And again, the through ball wasn't quite precise enough. This foul was given against Thierry Moril. A look at Altamont Butler, who had 69 caps for the Jamaican men's national team over a 13-year span, from 1985 until 1998. He was part of the squad that qualified for the FIFA World Cup of 1998. He was left off the final roster, though. Suffered injuries that year. As we have a player down for St. Lucia. So a stoppage in play while that player is attended to. Well, it was Siobhan Byron who made the challenge, but apparently came off the worst from it. Turns into a de facto hydration break, even though we weren't scheduled for those today. So Jamaica with all 6 shots so far and 77% of the ball. And St. Lucia had a promising opening 5 minutes or so. They looked dangerous a couple times in transition. They just haven't been able to create many of those transition opportunities, though, because of Jamaica's increasing dominance in the middle of the park. Hasn't been much possession for St. Lucia in that middle third. So back in play, and Siobhan Byron back on the pitch. Jamaica resumed their search for a second goal. Good work to speed to the end line. And the touch just a bit too far out in front. Cleared out into touch. Now the cross whipped in, takes a deflection. Goalkeeper trying to prevent the corner, and he does. Good work by Adi Gourmet. Yes, we see Marco Masucci, the head coach of this St. Lucia U17 national side. Masucci has over 20 years of experience in soccer coaching. He just assumed this U17 men's national team head coach role about a month ago. He was previously the head of club development at Soccer Quebec. He's worked quite a bit in the Montreal area. Also was a head coach in the United States in college soccer for Fairleigh Dickinson University. But his side very much underdogs in this game, and Jamaica trying to underline that advantage. Siobhan Byron beaten to that ball as he was attacking on his own against 3 defenders. Just the 1 goal in it so far, scored by Seymour Reed. Just over 10 minutes in. Slight lull in the match as Jamaica survey their options. St. Lucia sitting back more as this first half goes on. Going to stay compact and more difficult to break down. Can they break out here? And the early ball released down the left. Is he onside? Goalkeeper's way off his line. Ball is prodded wide. Referee blows the whistle, and it's a foul just outside the area. And it's just a yellow card for Justin Murray, who came racing off his line and did not quite get there. And was in big danger as a result. Well, he's fortunate that wasn't worse than it turned out. It was Justice Germain who was released down that left side. It'll be a free kick for St. Lucia. Marco Masucci, I think, is asking why that wasn't a red card. Tough to tell from the one replay whether there were defenders who would have been able to possibly prevent a direct shot. Whether you consider Justin Murray the last defender in that situation. But in referee Jonathan Laiton's estimation, it was not quite a situation that rose to that level of denial of obvious goal-scoring opportunity. So just the yellow card. Alex DeVoe is over this free kick. Just the second attacking set piece for St. Lucia in this opening half hour. And these are the situations that they need to make things from. On a day where they don't figure to get too many chances. DeVoe. His delivery took a bounce, then backheeled along. It was clever, but didn't quite connect with Siobhan Byron, and it's out for a goal kick. It was a good attempt from Justice Germain with his back to goal. Didn't have a lot of other options, he felt. Tried the sudden back heel. Well, the chance gone for St. Lucia, and a sigh of relief for Justin Murray and Jamaica. That's not a great challenge. Free kick for Jamaica. Siobhan Byron committing another foul. I believe that's his second of the first half. Might be walking a fine line before going in the book. So Jamaica in front, but St. Lucia continue to show that they do pose a threat when they are able to get hold of the ball. They give away a free kick here, though. Jamaica take that set piece quickly. St. Lucia able to recover well, though. Loose ball off Jamaica last, it appeared. Yes, it's a throw for St. Lucia. Half an hour in. Interesting, intriguing opening 30 minutes. Jamaica the clear favorites, and for stretches, they've played that way. Just the one goal to show for it so far, though. St. Lucia have had a couple moments. There's that pace, though, and the physicality. And from the end line, was it kept in play? It was. It was dealt with, though, by St. Lucia on the pullback. Now they look to try to create on the counter. Jamaica, though, able to wrest that ball back. Frustrating for St. Lucia because they had some options there if they could have gone through that one challenge. And that Jamaican midfield looking very tough. And now cutting onto the left foot brilliantly and serving in the cross. St. Lucia well positioned to deal with that one. Fun game. Hope you're enjoying it. Monty Barnes with you from Guatemala City. First of two games to be played at this venue today. 8 o'clock Eastern time later tonight. We will also see El Salvador opening up their tournament against the Cayman Islands. Jamaica and El Salvador, the two favorites in this group. Again, if you're just joining us, there can only be one. 35 nations divided up into 8 groups in this qualifying tournament, and only the 8 group winners will punch their tickets to the U-17 World Cup. So one of Jamaica or El Salvador will not qualify. So when we say there's very little margin for error, that's exactly what we're meaning. Again, Jamaica and El Salvador will close this tournament against each other in their third matches, respectively. They'll both want to go into that game in the best position possible, as this one is well over the bar. Jamaica continue to shoot from range. Giovanni Taylor's had a few of those early on. That's better from St. Lucia playing their way out. What can they create now? They, again, try that through ball, which Jamaica were in good position to defend with multiple gold shirts in the way. I have to say, although St. Lucia have looked dangerous on the counter, Jamaica generally have been set up well to defend them. Not gotten themselves stretched, and now they go back to the attack, and a turnaround attempt bounces off a defender, then took a crazy hop. And it's still alive on the edge of the area before it's toe poked clear. St. Lucia trying to create that foot race, and they have one here, and they might be in. What an opportunity, but it's shielded back to the goalkeeper. Justin Murray falls on it. It wouldn't quite sit down for Siobhan Byron. Never could bring it under control. Well, route one, but it almost worked for St. Lucia. Jamaica back on the counter. That's an excellent challenge. Jamaica get it right back. Oh, what a good turn. Well possessed, space created. Subsequent cross, not quite as good from Seymour Reed, whose goal in the 11th minute is still the difference. Here was this attack a moment ago. One chest down, but he couldn't quite control it the way he wanted to. Good recovery from Jamaica's defense. Again, Jamaica looking a little stretched. And then the foul given against Byron. It's a pretty simple game plan from St. Lucia, and that's not a pejorative, as Byron does go in the book now. We wondered if he was close to that after his last foul, and that was his third foul of the half, so now he is cautioned in the 35th minute. This is his latest infraction. Yeah, just a little loose with the arm, and caught Kai McLean on the back of the neck. So he's on a card for St. Lucia. Justin Murray, the goalkeeper for Jamaica, has been cautioned for them in this first half as we enter its final 10 minutes. So it's a simple game plan for St. Lucia. Win the ball back, try to release Siobhan Byron long. It's almost worked a couple times. They played one long ball for Justice Germain as well that resulted in that free kick. You certainly can't fault for St. Lucia for playing that way. That's clearly their best route to get something from this game. And it's created an entertaining first half. Well, what a good run this is now. Breaking lines with that run and trying to play it forward, but with too much on it, Justice Germain couldn't bring it down. A very difficult take for him. But it was a terrific, nearly box-to-box run. And again, the warning signs are there at times for Jamaica. As good as Jamaica have been at winning those one-on-ones in the middle of the park and generally dominating possession there and elsewhere in this first half, There have been a few times where they've gotten themselves caught up the pitch, and then their midfield has been bypassed pretty easily. Hasn't happened often, but a couple times it has. St. Lucia have been one decent through ball away from really creating something. That final pass, of course, along with the final finish, always the most difficult part of this game. Jamaica have been open a few times. They continue to knock for more goals, and this is blasted from a long way out, but sliced way wide. Raekwon Campbell-Dennis has taken all the set pieces in this first half. And another goal kick for Eddie Gourmet. Plays for Uptown Rebels Soccer Club in St. Lucia. First time cross toward the back post, but overhit. St. Lucia throw as we approach 7 minutes plus stoppage time remaining in this first half. A half that's had great pace to it. And St. Lucia have to feel that if they could get to halftime only down by a goal, that would be a win for them. They'd still be right in this game, headed for the second half. And they certainly would have taken that before kickoff. Ball staying in play along the end line. St. Lucia still tussling for it. And it was nearly won back by Siobhan Byron. Now Jamaica looking to release down the left flank. Campbell-Dennis tumbled to the turf, and it is a free kick. Referee allowed advantage to be played for a moment. A free kick coming for Jamaica. That was a nice bent ball out of the back, allowing Campbell-Dennis to sprint away after it. Clear foul against Jacob Ostini. Now the free kick whipped in and headed wide, and I thought that came off a Jamaican head last. It's touched out by St. Lucia for a throw. Good ball in. Marley Gary Williams taking this throw. St. Lucia trying to use that speed and doing so with pretty good effect to get themselves up the pitch. Player tumbles down for them. Now play is stopped. That's Justice Germain. Germain wanted a foul. Jonathan Laiton did not see one at all. Smith takes the throw, chested all the way back to him. Interesting two-man game there for a moment as he exchanged with Thierry Moril. This is a St. Lucia throw. Now they want a free kick, St. Lucia, but it goes against them instead for a high boot against Justice Germain. Well, Jamaica with the advantage. But if you're a St. Lucia fan, you have to be proud of what you've seen in this first half. They've hung with Jamaica. Certainly Jamaica have had the vast majority of the possession and the chances, but St. Lucia have been exciting to watch. Kai McLean. That's a neat layoff. Good move here from Jamaica. It's Williams trying to get to the end line. He does. Then his pullback was defended very well. Throw for Jamaica. Good work by Alex DeVoe to hook it away. And that's nice defending as well by Justice Germain. Got between himself and DeMarley Gary Williams. Jamaica pressing for that second goal before halftime. From the left wing, it's lofted back post. Was that kept in play? It was not. It's a goal kick. Assistant referee on that near touchline, right on top of things. Goal kick goes straight back to Jamaica as they continue to ramp up the pressure again. Lobbed in behind. Is it the second goal? The whistle is up. The flag is up. It's offside. Different tack from Jamaica that time. Trying to lob it over the back line. Siobhan Byron earns a free kick. Byron on a yellow card, still throwing himself around. Now this is a yellow for Jamaica, it appears. I believe it was shown to Raekwon Campbell-Dennis. So Siobhan Byron has been a weapon for St. Lucia in the first half. He has to be careful he doesn't get himself sent off, of course. But very eager to fight for every ball. It is Campbell-Dennis into the book. Subsequent free kick is over everyone's head and out. We're in the final minute of the 45 in the first half. Only had a couple brief stoppages. We'll see how much stoppage time is added in just a moment. Good ball out to the right and excellent control. What good work by Axel Grimaud. Keeps it in play for Williams. And Williams was bear hugged briefly by Germain. Jamaica free kick. They take it quickly. Ball was still rolling, says the referee, as we enter 2 additional minutes of stoppage time. Indicated by fourth official Jose Corporan. Space on the left for Jamaica. First time ball in, deflected off the defender. Corner for Jamaica. St. Lucia, again, would love to get to half, only down by a goal. They'll have more defending to do for that to be a reality. Second goal before halftime would be so precious for Jamaica. In from Waykron, Campbell-Dennis, and just over the head of Alex Grimaud, who committed a foul as well. Ball kept in play, allowing Jamaica to continue an attack. Bounces all the way through to Murray eventually. Heading for the final 30 seconds of this first half. Perhaps one more action to defend for St. Lucia before they could get themselves to halftime at just 1-0. Jamaica showing a lot of good skill, lots of speed, lots of excitement. They'll be disappointed with a couple chances they had that weren't converted. Final action now this first half from the edge of the area on the end line. The pullback is just over the head of its target. Referee puts his whistle to his lips and blows for halftime. And so 45 minutes have gone by in this Group H opener between Jamaica and St. Lucia. Jamaica with all the pressure and all the expectation. They are in front thanks to the 12th minute goal from Seymour Reed. It was an excellent one. They had other chances as well. St. Lucia had some half chances on the break and certainly looked dangerous in transition. It is an intriguing game. So much on the shoulders of these young men. And with 45 down and 45 to go in Guatemala City today, it is Jamaica 1, St. Lucia 0. Back for the second half in Guatemala City between Jamaica and St. Lucia. As Jamaica with the lead by a goal to nil at halftime. See the two sides making their way back out onto the pitch. Jamaica will be eager to extend that lead as soon as possible, of course. They are the favorites in this game. They are determined to win this group and go through to their first U17 World Cup since 2011. Looks as though they're ready to make a couple of changes at halftime as well. And we see substitutes Jamari Nolan and Dario White on the touchline for them. Looks as though they are ready to check in for the start of this second half. I'm Donnie Barnes, glad to have you along for this one. As a reminder that later tonight, we'll have the second game at this venue of the evening. And each group centralized at a single venue. 8 different groups in this competition, 8 tickets to be punched to the U17 World Cup. Later tonight, it will be El Salvador and the Cayman Islands, but still a fascinating second half to come in this one. So it is going to be White and Nolan checking in for this second half for Jamaica. Giovanni Taylor, the captain, has been taken off for them. And so too has Axel Grimaud. So Nolan and White for Taylor and Grimaud for Jamaica. St. Lucia also making a change, as you can see. Abdul Karim Aman is checking in for them. And he replaces Tashawn Walter. So both sides reshuffling the deck for the second half. We're back in motion in Guatemala City. It is St. Lucia kicking things off and attacking from left to right, and immediately they have an opening down this left side. All misjudged by the Jamaican defense. Subsequent touches, though, not quite precise enough for St. Lucia to create an opportunity from that. It's a missed chance in the early seconds of the second half to at least whip a dangerous ball in. St. Lucia's attacking threat has come from very direct balls and speed over the top. They've not been able to serve many crosses in. Jamaica open early in this second half. That appeared to be offside. It was, and not controlled anyway by Justice Germain. But St. Lucia starting the second half much the way they started the first half, looking dangerous, and with Jamaica looking a little stretched and easily bypassed at times. Jamaica settled in and took control of the midfield as the first half wore on. It's been a sloppy start to the second half for them. Jamaica now looking to use their speed. Down this right side they come. First time ball cut back into the middle. Didn't have the gold shirt arriving at quite the right moment. I think they thought they were offside there, but play continues. And the cross in is blocked out, and a corner for Jamaica. So Raekwon Campbell-Dennis took all the set pieces in the first half, takes this one as well, and his ball in is good. And the header was wide. Well, Cadriano Marsh had a good look. Came spinning off his head with a bit too much side spin on it. There is Altamont Butler. And nearly 70 caps for the Jamaican national team. He's coached in the United States, played college soccer in the United States. Free kick here for St. Lucia. Altamont Butler had some appearances in Major League Soccer as well in the first couple seasons of MLS. San Jose, then the San Jose Clash, now the San Jose Earthquakes, had one appearance for the Columbus Crew as well. We see this foul again. Siobhan Byron, who is on a yellow card from the first half, was fouled that time. Forward ricocheted around a couple times and then hit with the left. Decent strike. Came off a Jamaican defender and bounces out. It'll be the first corner for St. Lucia. So St. Lucia, I mentioned they haven't had many opportunities to serve in dangerous crosses. Here's one. Can they stun Jamaica and equalize? In-swinging ball, top of the 6-yard box. This is all the way to the touchline. Trying to weave his way back in. Siobhan Byron did well. Still on the ball, and that's good skill from Byron. Still on it against 3 gold shirts. Lays it off, and it's touched over the bar. Oh, it appeared the goalkeeper got a hand to it. It's given as a goal kick, so apparently not. Best chance so far for St. Lucia. It was well worked. Great work by Siobhan Byron, keeping the ball and laying it off for Keenan Joseph. Yeah, tough to tell there. It skimmed off the top of the crossbar. That much is clear. I think Justin Murray got something on that. It's a good save if so. Jamaica on the counter, and they look to hit back now, and they do! And moments after St. Lucia nearly equalized, Jamaica are 2 goals ahead. A 50th minute strike, just off the bench at halftime. Dario White makes an impact. The Portland Timbers Academy man makes it 2-0 to Jamaica. A quick combination and they were suddenly in, but what a good finish. He still had plenty to do when it fell to his feet. And Dario White drills it hard and low across the goalkeeper into the far corner. And Jamaica, at last, have some separation in this game. Now, St. Lucia in danger of being swamped. They give it away, and it's a chance for a third for Jamaica. On the left foot, it's off the post. Cadriano Marsh inches away from making it 3. I'm not sure if he was trying to pass or shoot. It looked like he might have been trying to slide it back post. Jamaica reload and come again. That's blocked out for a corner. So after scoring the second, Jamaica looking to race out of sight. Campbell Dennis with the outswinger near post. Bounces to the top of the area and then hit with the left against a defender, and then another good block on a ball that was goal-bound. That first shot I don't think was going to be on target. The second one definitely was. And St. Lucia very much on the ropes now. They've battled really well, St. Lucia, and they've had some good moments in this game. They'll be disappointed with the 2 goals they've conceded now, as this will roll out, claiming a corner, and they get another one, Jamaica. The 2 goals they've given up, St. Lucia, one on a cross that just wasn't claimed and was spilled and put into an open net. And then after they'd hung in so well for the rest of the first half and had a pretty good chance, we're a couple inches away from equalizing here early in the second half. Jamaica, from a simple goal kick, go up the other end and score. This one floated into the area. Served back out, put back into the mix. St. Lucia, 2 good headers away. There's that ball over the top. Nothing in that collision, says the referee. Justin Murray under no pressure. But Jamaica, mentioned in the first half, looking like a team that perhaps is feeling some pressure of expectation. That second goal will help them tremendously early in this second half. It is such an opportunity for Jamaica to get to their first U17 World Cup in 14 years. To win a 4-team group. And El Salvador, the other regional heavyweights in this group, but Jamaica liking their chances coming in, and they combine well down this left side. Chance to cut this ball back. It was scuffed, still alive by the end line. Takes a big deflection, and St. Lucia put it into touch. Final clearance from Ryan Montud. Jamaica continuing to pressure for that third goal. And a chance to shoot from the edge of the area. What a shot. What a goal. It's Jamari Nolan, the other halftime substitute. A masterful double change from head coach Altamont Butler, and it's paid off doubly in the first 10 minutes of the second half. From 1-0 at halftime, Marco Masucci's men now trail Jamaica 3-0. And look at this quick turn and hit into the roof of the net. Beating Adi Gurmi. That's such a good strike. Jamari Nolan. A personal highlight for him, coming off the bench for the U17 national side. And on the score sheet just 10 minutes later. One of the sweetest strikes of the tournament so far. And boy, as a head coach, you always look good when you make a substitution, and that substitute scores not long after. And for Altamont Butler, making a double change and seeing them both score within 10 minutes. Has to be feeling pretty good about that. For St. Lucia, after battling so well to stay in this game for a long time, as this cross hangs up in the air and is claimed by Murray. Jamaica's quality starting to overwhelm them early in this second half. So a much more comfortable position for Jamaica now. Now remember, goal differential is a big factor in this tournament potentially. It is the primary tiebreaker. And so teams like Jamaica want to score as many goals as they can, even when a game is mostly settled in terms of the direction of the 3 points. Talked about how Jamaica and El Salvador will play that final group game against each other. This is another surging run from Siobhan Byron. Can he find some end product from it? It's touched out of play just as he was about to break into the area. There have been a handful of those nearly moments for Siobhan Byron and St. Lucia in this opening hour. They were just an extra touch or pass away from being in on goal. Look at the speed, though, from Byron. He's clearly tugged back in the process. Jamaican player has stayed down afterward. That is Owen Jump. See the fouls, 9 for St. Lucia, 7 for Jamaica. Jamaica have 2 players on yellow cards, Justin Murray and Raekwon Campbell-Dennis. Siobhan Byron is on a caution for St. Lucia. Ball was against the corner flag for a moment. It is a throw. St. Lucia, that is a shot on target. Simple save for Justin Murray. St. Lucia continuing to battle, though. It's a loose touch from the goal scorer, Jamari Nolan. Hammered out of play then for a St. Lucia throw. Now Jamaica out on the run, out on the counter. Cadriano Marsh. That came off him last, it appeared. Nope, it's a corner for Jamaica. Double ricochet. So Jamaica, who opened the scoring in the 12th minute, led by just the single goal at half, but goals in the first 10 minutes of the second half from substitutes Dario White and Jamari Nolan. They've widened that to 3-0, and they look for more now from this corner. Curl to the back post, and it came off a Jamaican attacker who was in space. Didn't really know about it as it ricocheted off his knee, and he couldn't redirect it. St. Lucia go on the counter. Justice Germain up against Kieran Smith. It's a good battle. Germain still keeping it in play and wins a throw. Here the St. Lucia coaching staff wanting their side to serve balls into the box, not hesitate to whip crosses in when they're in situations like that. This one from distance, it's a good strike, and it wasn't far away. Almost a spectacular goal for substitute Abdul Karim Aman. No hesitation on the turn there, hitting on the half volley. And for a moment, that looked like it was going to nestle in the side netting. It has been fun over these last few years watching these smaller Concacaf nations as they develop, seeing the talent that they're producing. The talent is there. Getting more opportunities to compete and develop now as this cross sails over, and this is a goal kick. No deflection. Mentioned the senior national team for St. Lucia showing really well in Group B. In League B of the Nations League this year, or this past year now in 2024. They were leading that group for quite a while. Certainly seeing signs at this U17 qualifier of the talent that they have in the youth ranks also. Robust tackle there by Kieran Smith that may have caught Adriano Auguste at the end of it. This ball, will it stay in play? It does not. Otherwise, Jamaica had a chance at a 3-on-3 counter. Dario White already with 1 goal to his name today. And coming up at 8 o'clock Eastern from this same stadium here in Guatemala City, the El Salvador and the Cayman Islands. That's a good tackle from Kieran Smith once again. El Salvador, the other favorites in this group, at least on paper, coming in. Double change coming for St. Lucia. Ryan Montud is coming off for them, replaced by Kai Russell. They also see Dervaj Edward come on. And he replaces Adriano Auguste. Almost a dangerous turnover there by St. Lucia. Started to talk about that goal differential a couple times. Both Jamaica and El Salvador will be eager to score as many as they can in their first 2 group matches before they face each other in the final one. Jamaica looking for that 4th goal here. Ball evaded them in the box and is cleared away. So if Jamaica and El Salvador could both take 6 points from their first 2 matches, whoever goes into that final group match against each other with a superior goal differential, of course, would only have to draw that game in order to win the group and go to the World Cup. If you have a inferior goal differential, of course, you'd have to win that game in order to progress. So obviously you never go into a game with the mindset of only wanting to draw, but it is a significant luxury to have in a possible showdown game like that, and it's a luxury that both teams would love to have going into it. And that will likely be decided by how many goals they're each able to score against the Cayman Islands and St. Lucia. So far, Jamaica in this opener with 3, with 25 minutes plus stoppage time remaining. El Salvador will be heavy favorites against the Cayman Islands later tonight. Well, we've certainly seen St. Lucia give Jamaica a few problems over these 65 minutes, especially in the first half and the first few of the second half when it was still just 1-0. We'd certainly expect the Cayman Islands to be excited and ready for their game later tonight, even though they're heavy underdogs. But both Jamaica and El Salvador look at this as a massive opportunity in just a 4-team group. The opportunity to win that group in 3 games and go to a World Cup. But that is the tension and the beauty of the format this year. There can only be one from each group. So one of Jamaica and El Salvador is going to leave heartbroken. Here comes Jamaica now. They're in down the left by the touchline, and then not connecting with it at all was Seymour Reed, who scored in the 12th minute. Couldn't quite get his feet sorted that time. That U17 World Cup scheduled to be played in Qatar annually now until at least 2030. So it's another expanded competition. It's a free kick here for Jamaica. Heavy challenge that sent Kieran Smith tumbling. So we've talked about how much Concacaf has expanded so many competitions in the region, which has been great for all these nations to have more opportunities to compete, as we see the foul again, which was given against Justice Germain. With the expansion of the U17 World Cup to be an annual event now, more opportunities for the youth national teams of all these nations, not just in Concacaf, but around the world, to compete even more often and have the chance to qualify for a World Cup more often. Two players colliding there. Assistant referee's flag goes up. Play is stopped again. Siobhan Byron involved for St. Lucia. And it is a St. Lucia free kick after all that. Jabbar Johnson has been carded as well. So he's the third player in the book for Jamaica in this one. There was the showing of the yellow card. So the free kick for St. Lucia. It's a great delivery, and the header is wide. It did take a deflection, apparently, off a defender. It is a corner for St. Lucia, who've had good deliveries from set-piece situations when they have had opportunities to do so. They just haven't had many today. They've shown some quality from these situations. Haven't quite been able to get on the end of them, though. Alex DeVoe will deliver another one here. DeVoe toward the back post, but over hits this one. So 20 minutes to go, 3-0 Jamaica. Goals by Seymour Reed in the first half, Dario White and Jamari Nolan early in the second half. Long ball from Jamaica out of the back. This is going to stick up on the pitch and falls on the edge of the area. Chance for a second goal from Jamari Nolan. He again connected cleanly, but this time it rose over the bar. Well, he scored from a similar spot in the 55th minute. Able to take it down and release quickly again. His ability to get it out of his feet with one deft touch, really impressive. Just off target this time. Changes coming for either side. We see Raekwon Campbell-Dennis departing to be replaced by Earl Dennis. For St. Lucia, Malik Lewis is about to come on, and he takes the place of Justin Augustine. St. Lucia winning it back in the middle of the pitch, and they release a man out of his area. Comes the goalkeeper, Justin Murray, who's on a yellow, remember. He was able to get there. St. Lucia, again, so close to creating a one-on-one. Murray this time stays on his line, and he gets chipped, and it's a goal for St. Lucia. Murray stayed home this time, and St. Lucia have one back. Well, after he'd been so aggressive off his line repeatedly in this game, you expected Justin Murray to come and claim that one. So did his defense. And Altamont Butler and his coaching staff look on with bemusement. And St. Lucia, who had been threatening a goal throughout. They have one now. Yeah, just caught in no man's land, Justin Murray, and Siobhan Byron, who's been on the end of those, or nearly on the end of them multiple times in this match with his speed and his threat, able to get to that one and poke it over the goalkeeper. And it's a great moment for St. Lucia and for Siobhan Byron. He's been a handful for Jamaica today. He has a yellow card. He's committed several fouls. But now he has a goal as well. And again for Jamaica, although they're still in good position to take all 3 points in this game, that goal differential could be hurt. Here comes the goalkeeper again, and he's able to get to it with his head. It will stay in play, and Siobhan Byron continues to cause issues and tries to put it in the mix. It's deflected out. It'll be a corner. Frustration from Justin Murray. St. Lucia continue to cause problems with that direct ball. See the corner kicks, 10 for Jamaica, 3 for St. Lucia, but now it's St. Lucia with momentum and Jamaica looking frustrated. And Justin Murray has stayed on the pitch. Stayed down on the pitch, I should say. He's come charging out of his area twice in the last few minutes and has gotten there both times, but then the one time he didn't come out, he got stranded and was chipped by Byron for the St. Lucia goal. They might have to make a change in goal here. You see Kieran Smith signaling to the bench that a substitution's needed. I don't know, Murray's back on his feet. Looks like he's going to try to continue. And there's the backup goalkeeper. They have 2 on their bench, Jamaica. There's Janoy Stedman and DeMar Blair. But Murray is staying out there as he and his side defend this corner. Taken by Abdul Karim Aman and lifts it toward the 6-yard box. Headed partially away. Back onto it is Byron, trying to wriggle his way through once again, and he does, and Byron cuts back onto his left. Has to lay it off. Now the left-footed strike, never able to wrap his foot around it, was Kai Russell. But St. Lucia, you thought maybe they'd fade away. You thought maybe Jamaica would swamp them after they scored those 2 early goals in this second half to make it 3-0. Not the case. St. Lucia not only stopped the bleeding, they've grabbed a goal back, and they're threatening for another. Jamaica looking out of sorts defensively. They've struggled the whole game to deal with those direct long balls and those direct speedy runs from Siobhan Byron and his teammates. Now Jamaica look to counter from the end line, and that's good defending at the near post. It'll be a corner for Jamaica. If you're a neutral, this has been a massively entertaining game. Really fun. Resembling a track meet at times, up and down. Tons of speed either way. Lots of good moments of skill as well. Seen some great strikes. Really nice goals. A couple mistakes in defense as well, which again, from a neutral standpoint, can be fun. This corner lifted in and head to the back line. Apparently onside. Play continues. Recycled by Jamaica. And a loose touch. St. Lucia might have a chance to break here. Can they use their speed again? Kai Russell in space does really well and releases a man down the left. Can he keep it in play? Yes, he can. On the full run, Abdul Karim Aman into the middle. It goes, and it's headed right on. Siobhan Byron forces the save from Justin Murray. Wow, St. Lucia getting better and better as this game goes on. And Byron, it's a good header. Not an easy one to steer on target from that kind of angle and that kind of distance. A save that Murray would expect to make, but he still had to get down for it. Well, Jamaica looked very comfortable and secure at 3-0. Now could really use another goal just to make sure that they take maximum points in this one. Right now it's Jamaica who look frustrated on the pitch, even though they're the ones with the advantage on the score sheet. This was not quite the scoreline they envisioned. They expected to win this game and to win it by a comfortable margin to try to establish that healthy goal differential. Right now just +2. And the game not totally even settled yet. Still time for them to add to that, though, over these final 10.5 minutes plus stoppage time. On the other hand, still time for St. Lucia to maybe grab another and set up a really nervous finish. Every time St. Lucia win it, they look dangerous, like right here. Here goes Siobhan Byron again. Siobhan Byron has a teammate in the middle, doesn't use him, and it's saved by Murray.
Keep the ball. That's why we don't play low ball.
It'll be a corner for St. Lucia. They continue to threaten. 10 minutes to go. Well, Siobhan Byron will want this one back. The angle was acute, and you can see there he had Justice Germain in the middle screaming for the square ball. Easy to say from here, of course. And of course, Byron's a goal scorer. He wants to score goals. I understand him shooting, but had the layoff option with an open net, it seemed. Corner now taken by Aman. On top of goal and fumbled briefly, but claimed eventually by Murray. Plays it long and tries to create havoc for St. Lucia. Looked like some tugs of the jersey there by Cadriano Marsh, and indeed it is a foul and a free kick. St. Lucia wanted to play it right away. Ball was still rolling, said Jonathan Laitone. Jamaica will make another change. Jaquan Brown will be their 4th substitution of the match. They take off Jabbar Johnson, who's on a yellow. Even with a 3-1 lead, Jamaica are the team right now that need to change the momentum. Jamaica just trying to calm things back down. St. Lucia causing some chaos. This is a free kick for Jamaica. 8 minutes plus stoppage time remaining. See the fouls, 11 committed by St. Lucia, 9 by Jamaica. These late minutes in these matches, where that elevation training, where you hope it pays off. Mentioned early in this game, Jamaica spent a while training at Blue Mountain in Jamaica, the highest elevation point in the country, over 7,000 feet. They Prepare for the elevation of Guatemala City, which is about 5,000 above sea level. So they were very confident coming into this tournament that the elevation wouldn't be an issue for them because of that training. They've been having some other issues, and this is laid off by Byron. And on the edge of the area, it's hammered high and wide by Justice Germain. It's been a very spirited second half showing, though, by St. Lucia since conceding those 2 early goals in this second half to fall behind 3-0. At that point, you thought this might finish 5, 6, or 7. Instead, St. Lucia, the only ones who have scored since then. Jamaica on the score sheet through Seymour Reed in the first half, Dario White and Jamari Nolan early in the second. Siobhan Byron pulling one back a little while ago and had a great chance to either pull another back or square it for a teammate, but was denied on a big save by Justin Murray. Time starting to get short for St. Lucia now. They will take a lot of credit from this performance at the very least. They have a free kick here. Well, the fact that it's only a 2-goal margin with just over 5 minutes remaining, I think St. Lucia, when they look back on this game, they'll be immensely proud of how well they've fought, how much danger they've created, how much they've forced Jamaica off their game at various points and stretches in this match. I think St. Lucia, if you ask them after this game, they would also tell you that there's a lot they could improve on, and some moments they could have managed a bit better defensively, where they've not gifted Jamaica a couple of fairly simple goals with a couple mistakes. This could easily be 1-1 right now instead of 3-1. Mistakes, of course, part of the game at any level, especially in the youth ranks as these players learn and figure out how to adapt to these kinds of high-level situations. But Jamaica have been opportunistic on those couple big St. Lucia mistakes. I'm sure Altamont Butler will see a lot of things that he'll feel need to improve in their remaining 2 group matches after they, hopefully, from their standpoint, see out the rest of this one. It's another foul against Jamaica. Seymour Reed tripping at Thierry Muriel. Now Reed trying to break free here. Goalkeeper off his line and had to use his feet, of course, outside his area. Jamaica reload toward the top of the box. Trying to chip it first time, I think, to a teammate was Jamari Nolan. And St. Lucia using that long ball again. It's taken in by Justice Germain against 2 defenders. Tried to split them, looked for a free kick, and I think he has one. Justice Germain aggressively taking on those 2 gold shirts, and indeed it is a free kick for St. Lucia, who will make another change with just a few minutes remaining. They'll throw on Neandre Charles. Thierry Muriel makes way. So Charles on. And a free kick for St. Lucia in a dangerous spot. Could have a shot at goal from here. It's a 4-man wall for Jamaica. Really try to float something toward the penalty spot instead. And it is Dervaj Edward on as a second half substitute, and Edward lifts it just over the bar. Got it over the wall, couldn't quite keep it under the crossbar. Good effort, though. Technique was pretty good. You see Marco Masucci for a moment there in the foreground on the touchline for St. Lucia. 90 seconds to play in regular time. Sure, he'll be proud of what his team have shown here today. Certainly some teachable moments for them, but lots of really good moments too. Jamaica, though, still time to add a fourth. Won't do it just yet. Cadriano Marsh. And a dance further toward the end line. Heavy challenge, and it's a fair challenge, says the referee. And then Marsh, following up needlessly, commits the foul. Didn't need to do that. It was going to be a Jamaica throw. And Marsh draws a yellow as well. Marsh, after a good battle, tired-looking challenge, but not necessary there. Jamaica come right back, though, and here's Reed. Reed onto his right, tries to bend it, and he hits the base of the post. Seymour Reed so close to his second of the match. St. Lucia try to spin it the other way, and we've played the 90 minutes, and we are into stoppage time now, of which there will be 4 additional minutes. So Jamaica closing in on a victory. We'll see the shot by Reed again. Able to create that half yard of space. Wasn't quite able to bend it just enough. Reed opened the scoring back in the 12th minute. Jamaica have led ever since. From this loose ball, they continue to hunt for that 4th goal. Dario White, who scored their second early in the second half after entering as a halftime substitute. That appeared to go out of play. It did. St. Lucia continue to try those long balls. They'll have an attacking throw with just over 2.5 minutes remaining. Alex DeVoe has been tireless in this game for them. Neat combinations for a moment by St. Lucia. Now they turn it over, though, and they're exposed. This is 3-on-2 now for Jamaica, and they're in on goal here. Chance for the 4th, but it's straight at the goalkeeper. Saved by Adi Gourmet. Siobhan Byron trying to then race the other direction, but he was offside. Dangerous ball there from Kieran Smith. Almost gave it straight to Siobhan Byron. Inside the final 90 seconds. Job just about done for Jamaica, not quite as convincingly as they would have envisioned. Points are the main thing, and they're about to grab all three from this opener. Here's Reed. Takes a double deflection, comes right back to him, and Reed tries to bear down on goal. Went down, frantic sequence. Scrambled out of play by St. Lucia, late throw for Jamaica. About 45 seconds to play. Nolan out to the left wing where it's chested by Marsh. Neat one-touch sequence that almost released Marsh. And when Jump pulls it back, Williams trying to turn the corner, puts it in front, and it's somehow put over the bar. Great chance. Now the flag had gone up on the far side, so it would not have counted. Well, we've had the 4 minutes of stoppage time. And that is full time, and Jamaica do get the job done and take all 3 points in their Concacaf U17 World Cup qualifying opener here in Group H. It wasn't easy. It wasn't simple. St. Lucia made sure of that. A terrific performance and showing from St. Lucia. Heavy underdogs in this game. It was Reed opening the scoring in the 12th. White and Nolan extending the lead for the Reggae Boys in the 50th and 55th. But St. Lucia, when it looked like they might crumble and lose by a heavy margin, did not do so. They pulled a goal back in the 73rd through Siobhan Byron. They had a couple good chances to make it 3-2 and to really make Jamaica sweat. The Reggae Boys do enough. Lots of areas for improvement, I'm sure they'll feel, but getting the points, getting the wins on the board, all that matters in a short tournament like this. They want to get to the World Cup in Qatar later this year. They're on course so far as they've defeated St. Lucia today by a final of 3-1. A terrifically entertaining and often breathless game here today in this Group H opener from Guatemala City between Jamaica and St. Lucia. It was a pleasure to watch. We hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. Jamaica in the green and gold, St. Lucia in the blue, two really good-looking kits going head-to-head. And in a game where Jamaica were expected to win comfortably, it was St. Lucia who caused some early problems after kickoff, but Jamaica were able to take control of the midfield as the first half went on and started to create chances, this one skipping just wide. They opened the scoring in the 12th minute. It came from a mistake, a cross in that probably should have been handled, but was spilled instead into the path of Seymour Reed, and Reed was opportunistic to pounce and give Jamaica a 12th minute advantage. Jamaica wouldn't score again in the first half. St. Lucia posed a threat from multiple transition opportunities. Had so much speed up top with Siobhan Byron, and here he appeared to be through. His first touch off his chest just wouldn't subsequently sit down for him and rolled eventually into the goalkeeper's arms. That was the best chance St. Lucia had in the first half. In the second half, St. Lucia, again, had a good start to the half, but after having a ball just go high, as Jamaica missed on that opportunity, but after a shot appeared to be saved, Jamaica went up the other end and scored their second goal in the 50th minute. The challenge was initially won by the substitute Jamari Nolan, and then he would finish off the move seconds later. winning that 50-50 there, and then it was laid off. And it was Dario White actually finishing this one on the assist from Nolan. And 5 minutes later, after this shot hit the post, it would be 3-0 Jamaica, as Nolan and White both off the bench early in the second half, and that time Jamari Nolan rifling it into the top of the goal. Rising beautifully and bulging the back of the net. So little backlift, so quick to get that shot away. And so the two substitutes paying off at the start of the second half for Jamaica. Nolan almost had another shortly thereafter. But in the 73rd, St. Lucia grabbed one back. Some confusion at the back for Jamaica. Justin Murray stayed rooted to his line for a while, then tried to come, but was too late. And Siobhan Byron able to ghost in and get his toe to it to lift it over the goalkeeper. And suddenly it was 3-1, and St. Lucia had life. And they continued to pose problems right till the very end. This cross was headed on target by Siobhan Byron, who was a handful throughout, and then he was through on goal here, had the opportunity perhaps to square it to a teammate. Not sure whether Jabbar Johnson would have had it covered for Jamaica, who hit the post late on, and they settle for a 3-1 victory over St. Lucia today. So the 3 points for Jamaica, as we see our updated group table. Jamaica with those 3 points plus 2 goal differential. Coming up in just over an hour, more action from Group H here in Guatemala City as El Salvador take to the pitch for the first time in this tournament against the Cayman Islands. The other favorites in this group, El Salvador and Jamaica, will face each other, remember, in the final group game of this Group H. That might be a showdown to decide who goes to the World Cup later this year in Qatar. But both El Salvador and Jamaica will want to go into that match with a superior goal differential. So it's an opportunity now for El Salvador at 8 o'clock Eastern Time. Hopefully win from their standpoint by a crooked score against the Cayman Islands and take an early lead in Group H by the end of the night. We'll see how it plays out starting in just over an hour. Until then, for our entire great production team, I'm Donnie Barnes saying good night for now from Guatemala City, where it finishes in this one. In Group H of the Concacaf U17 Men's World Cup qualifying tournament, Jamaica 3, St. Lucia 1.